Dadgummit, I'm so excited. I don't even know where to start on this record. This is my fourth take. Well, at least my fourth start. Going up the deep end on this dance banger at number 30 on my fantasy playlist. Up one, no, actually up six from 36. Fantasy playlist of May the 8th, 2022. Boy, this record is a fantasy and a half right here. It's about a song about getting past a relationship, but it's easier said than done. Done very, very brilliantly by David Guetta and Becky Hill. What a phenomenal singer, Becky Hill. She bangs it up on this record right here. If anything, you got to listen to her voice on this record. That magnetism, her charisma fills up that BPM airspace, the BPM ecosystem of this record. Her voice, hefty voice, yet lofty at the same time, particularly when she goes into the chorus, cushioned by the driving backbeat, the tinkling ivories, the tinkling keyboards, that clear, concise keyboards, everything just flowing into a hit record, coming together into a hit record. Becky Hill and David Guetta with Remember on this fantasy playlist. David Guetta, I didn't realize how far back he went. First off, he got into the music thing when he'd come home from school, listen to records and all that, and started forming basement parties later on, organizing basement parties, charging about £1 per person to come in, or entry fee or whatever you call that, and started touring France. He was touring France as a DJ. He did this tour in the late 80s in France, a DJ in France, and as a DJ, he would organize these competitions between these wannabe rappers. He would scratch, he would DJ, he'd provide the beats, and these wannabe rappers they would rap on top of the beats, and the winner of the rapper battle, the rapper duels, they would get a deal with Island Records. Well, here's the deal. After one of these tours, or after this tour came to an end, I guess this would be about 1989 or so, David Guetta was contacted by Island Records. They were really impressed with him. They said, "How would you like to make a record?" And David Guetta said, "I don't know how to make a record." Well, come into the studio anyway. Island Records, they put him into a studio, and David Guetta, "I don't know what the hell I'm doing." But he came up with something. He made something with a French rapper, and the song was called Nation Rap. That came out back in 1990. Becky Hill. This was probably, I'm trying to think of the word, and I can't think of the word right now. Well, before she teamed up with David Guetta on this record, and by the way, you know now that this is not altogether rehearsed. This is real time, on the spot. Mistakes and all. She was on a couple of records not with David Guetta, but she was on a couple of slamming dance tracks, several of them actually. Lose Control with Medusa. She was with Wish You Well, I believe, by Sigala. Wading through my chicken scratch once again. Can't write very well. This record, remember, David Guetta, Becky Hill, they wrote this record with several people, several names that I came across from a source. Kai Stones, Luke Storrs, Louis Thompson, and a songwriter. They wrote this song with a songwriter named Karen Poole. And boy, isn't this exciting. Karen Poole, she's the daughter of Brian Poole of the Tremolos. Yeah, going back, another nostalgic tour de force, going back to 1967 with the Tremolos doing Silence is Golden, but My Eyes Still See, and Here Comes My Baby. They redid that Cat Stevens song, and then there was Suddenly You Love Me in 1968. I'm sorry, I got carried away again, just like going back to my childhood on that record. Well, here's the thing about Karen Poole. She's also got songwriting credits with a song. These were not hits here in the States, but I got really excited because I remember they were hits in England. Shapes, almost said the S word, apologize for that. Shifters by, that's a dance act. And they did a song called Lola's Theme, which was a big hit in England back in 2004, I think. Did well on the dance charts here in the States. And oh, that was a great dance record. She's got credit for that. And Karen Poole also credited with a song, Wow, by Kylie Minogue, which was a hit in England, a top 10 hit in England back in 2008. That was a splendid dance pop record all across the dance floor. How about that? Well, here's the deal about David Guetta teaming up with Becky Hill. During the lockdowns, they teamed up and they wrote some songs together. They wrote some stuff together, but nothing ever came of it. As a matter of fact, it seemed like it might have ended in frustration. But Becky Hill would not give up. She sent David Guetta, later on, she sent David Guetta an early copy of the song Remember. She emailed him a copy of the song, and she said her byline was, I have a hit here. I think you're going to like this. And David Guetta, he emailed back to Becky Hill, and he said, man, I really love this song. Are you going to do it? Or who do you have in mind to do this record? Well, Becky Hill did not want to give the song to David Guetta. Not altogether, because she wanted to do this song. But she was open to the possibility of doing the record with David Guetta, and so a little bit more back and forth, emails, otherwise, and well, they decided to collaborate on the record. I apologize, it's getting late. It's past midnight here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, on a Wednesday morning. Well, anyway, they collaborated on it, and well, there you go, my friend. Song at number 30 on my fan. God, she is phenomenal on this record. I read a YouTube comment. Somebody said on that YouTube comment that he got goosebumps listening to this record. And she gets into the message of the record. She definitely feels the emotion. Very sincere. Number 30 on my fantasy playlist. David Guetta, Becky Hill, a most stellar collaboration with Remember. Up from 36 to 30, fantasy playlist, May 8th, 2022.